Published in Florence, the journal L'Acerba was a mouthpiece for the Italian Futurist movement and included articles on Cubism. The bold-faced title riffed on the adjective acerbic, deliberately chosen because of the journal's aim to be strident. After fragmenting representational form almost to the point of extinction in 1911, the following year Pablo Picasso and Georges Braque reintroduced more legible imagery, usually derived from the environment of studio or café. Without abandoning all devices of analytic cubism, they developed a new idiom, referred to as synthetic cubism, in which they built their compositions with broader, flatter, and chromatically more varied planes. In the summer of 1912 Braque produced the first papier-collé. In the present example Picasso's pasted papers include printed material. These elements mimic their functions in the external world and therefore introduce a new level of reality into the picture.
These are 3 red wines that are made from the same grape, but at different prices. The most expensive is a 2011 Honig Cabernet Sauvignon from Napa Valley. Wine Spectator magazine rated it outstanding. And it costs 5 times more than the one on the right. So, does it taste 5 times better? 19 Bach staffers tasted and rated each of the wines, and almost half of them correctly identified the most expensive one, but that's not because they liked it more.
Very nuanced, complex, didn't enjoy it.
Their average ratings for the cheapest and the most expensive wine, they were actually the same.
I'm glad I have cheap taste. It's gonna make my life really easy.
And this is consistent with a 2008 study that compiled 6,000 blind tastings in the United States. It found that unless they had undergone wine training, people didn't actually prefer the taste of the expensive wines. In fact, they enjoyed them slightly less.
Yeah, that's really not very pleasant.
There seems to be something about wine that can make us feel a bit lost.
It's sort of an oaky afterbirth.
And that's probably why a single movie can move the whole wine market.
That's tasty. That's 100% Pinot Noir. Single vineyard. They don't even make it anymore.
After Sideways was released, sales of Pinot Noir jumped compared to other red wines. And sales of Merlot?
I am not drinking any Merlot!
They slowed down. But who decides what good wine is? There are professional judges that give medals at competitions, but they're really inconsistent.
Pablo Picasso is probably the most important figure of the 20th century, in terms of art, and art movements that occurred over this period. Before the age of 50, the Spanish-born artist had become the most well-known name in modern art, with the most distinct style and eye for artistic creation. There had been no other artists, prior to Picasso, who had such an impact on the art world, or had a mass following of fans and critics alike, as he did.